Welcome to another episode of the Group Parlay podcast. As always, Kevin Asoyan, Nick Strom, Andy Semo. Guest picker today, Phil couldn't make it, so Calvin Cradaville is filling in. I am very happy to be back. Obviously was gone for a long time. But yesterday, sitting on the couch, got home, got to watch the end of that Georgia game, which was awesome. Felt good to come back and hit instantly. That was a sweater. That was an absolute sweat. So I'll let Kevin give a recap of yesterday's winner.
Yeah, classic us. We can't hit for the second half of the whole entire month of October. Then the second a new month starts, we hit. Something about us the first half of a month. Great hit yesterday. Nice plus 409. I'll start with mine. I had Air Force plus 19.5 was the ultimate system play. And Army had their quarterback down too. So Air Force had never covered a spread this year. Vice versa for Army. They covered every spread, faded it. And they covered by 2 points, so it was tight. But got the cover there. Then Ohio State minus 2.5 for Strami. Won by 7. They looked good. Ohio State's legit. And not much to say. They just played great defense, really. It's kind of the key. Then for Andy, the last game here was a sweaty one. Georgia, minus 12.5. It wasn't looking good. We were running out of time. It was a tie game even in the fourth. Then got the score, got an interception, scored again, went up 14 and cashed the parlay. So a nice hit by Andy, very sharp plays. So Dave did miss his Arkansas. They got blown out by Ole Miss, but that takes us to plus 2 units on the month, call it. I'm 1-1, Andy's 1-1, Nick 2-0 to start the month, and the pod 1-1. So let's have a nice Sunday here.
NFL back. It's a lot better, being on normal time. NFL games start at midnight in India and Thailand. So I never got to watch any of them. It was not fun. But here we are. So let's get into the picks. We're going to start with the guest prop, Cal.
Let's go.
What do you got? We don't even know what he has yet. So this is going to be good.
I'm happy to be back, boys. It feels good to be back.
It's been a long year.
I'm going to Philly for my pick. I'm going Saquon over 100 yards. He's got 105 yards in four out of the 7 games this year. One of the games they didn't get 100 yards was against the Browns, and nobody goes for 100 yards against the Browns. He's coming off back-to-back 100-yard games. Jags are terrible with a terrible defense. They're bottom 3 in points per game and yards per game. Josh Jacobs just ran for 127 and 2 touchdowns on him last week. Eagles are a better team. I think they're going to blow them out at home against the Jags. I think Saquon's going to be a big reason why they're going to run the ball a lot. Saquon over 100 yards.
I really like this, actually.
I like the research, Cal. I like the data points.
Do not hate it. What's it at? Plus what?
135.
Ooh.
I really like this. Yeah, I think the Eagles, I don't know if they'll blow them out, but they'll lead and they'll have to bleed that clock. Saquon's
going to
say run the ball. So
early lead's a key to the game. The Jags, their defense is mainly terrible passing, ranked 30th in the league. Their rush defense isn't ranked terrible. That's probably because people just pass the ball all over them. So we need a big lead and then just run.
Yeah, and the Eagles they're a run first team. Like that's what they do.
Another one of the games Saquon did get 100 yards. He had like 94. So he's been almost at 100 yards every single game.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's been a wagon.
I like this.
Love it.
Lock it in.
You got to hit us with see you next week at the end of the pod, just like Phil does.
All right.
Cal, to answer your question, it was crazy. Phil took the same prop that Andy was going to take in the parlay, and he gave us a live pick, and Andy had to scramble and pick something else live on the pod.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny, so I was worried about that.
Well, it was right?
I was thinking Saquon,
and
then I wanted Terry McLaurin over 70 yards, and then I was thinking Kamara, his rushing over for the Panthers. I was like, I'm doing Saquon.
No, Saquon.
I almost took Kamara too. 70 plus was what I was looking at.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep rolling. Kev, you want to kick us off? Pick.
I would love to. I am taking Falcons minus 2.5 against the Cowboys here. Public a little bit on the Cowboys, which is honestly shocking. They've looked terrible. And I don't even care how Dak's playing. This isn't about Dak. This is about their defense. Their defense is terrible. Still no Micah Parsons. Defense ranked 31st in points against. They're giving up 28 points a game. Rush yards are second worst. at 154 yards a game. Overall yards, 26th worst or 26th in the league. So Falcons have been playing solid. They got a good offense. Dallas 2-5 against the spread. Falcons offensive numbers, 7th in total yards, 4th in passing yards. Kirk Smith's slinging it. It's just a better football team. The Cowboys are terrible. I'm not buying into them ever. And again, not about how Dak's playing. They can't run the ball either. They have no run game. So just a better football team here. Dallas is dead last in rush yards per game. They're only running 74 yards per game here. So let's go Falcons.
I wanted Darnell Mooney 50-plus yards for the record because Deron Bland is out and Trayvon Diggs is
I hate Mooney. He takes all of Drake London's yards and catches. I hate him.
Yeah. He's having a good year.
It's shocking. Mooney's like the 12th ranked receiver.
He's a stud. It makes no sense.
Yeah, he's good. I also love this because they're going to have no pass rush. They have no cornerbacks. But the Cowboys on the road are much better than at home. Look at the numbers. They're much better on the road. It's the only thing that's
They're still not covering spreads.
Okay. Okay. Strom, fire away.
Yep, I'm running it back. Same pick as last week. I'm going Bills -5 at home against the Dolphins. Josh Allen has owned the Dolphins in his career. He's 11-2, 34 pass touchdowns, 5 rush touchdowns with 110 passer rating. Bills are 3-0 at home this year, 2-1 against the spread. Dolphins, as we know, offensive struggles. I know 2 is back, but they're 1-2 against the spread on the road. Only thing that worries me, Dolphins have a decent defense, but I'm riding the hot Bills team that have won 3 straight games with an average win margin of 16 points. So give me the Bills, right in the hot hand.
Pick makes sense. Feels trappy, but it's the right pick.
I've been feeling trappy pretty much all NFL season. I'm
it's been working.
Great public better.
You've been nailing public bets. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep, this is a big public play.
All right. Speaking of non-public plays, actually a pretty 50-50 split for my pick. I'm going Chargers +2 against the Browns. Browns beat the Ravens last week. They look good. I think this is a little trappy for them, actually. Chargers are the top defense in the league, only giving up 13 points a game. Also, their rumor is they're going to get Joey Bosa back for limited snaps today. So love that with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa going. Also good news for the Chargers. Quentin Johnston's coming back. Joshua Palmer's coming back. So the receiving core, it was just led by Bakaki last week. Now they at least get a couple more guys. Chargers are +6 in the turnover margin. They play pretty clean football. They've taken the ball away 11 times and only turned it over 5 times all year. Jameis looked good last week, but we know his history. He's used to throwing interceptions. That's what he's done, and this Charger defense generates turnovers. Ravens are also bottom 10 pretty much every defensive category. So I look for really just a stout Charger team to really hit them. And they can run the ball. Chargers can run the ball. I love the Chargers here. I think they're going to win.
Yeah, defense is elite. Number 1 in points against.
I hate betting against Jameis Winston.
I am nervous about Jameis might just be a stud.
Yeah, it's like all these quarterbacks. Like Darnold, he sucks. Now he's good. Baker sucked. Now he's good. I think it's Jameis's turn. He sucked. Maybe he's good.
I like Jameis Winston. He can sling it, but he's going to turn the ball over.
Yeah, turnovers will be huge. They need to get 2 picks.
He'll throw some picks.
He's a gunslinger.
And the Browns defense is not that good.
No, it's not. It's not ranked very well. It's not ranked very well.
So, all right. So to recap the picks, Saquon Barkley, 100+ rush yards at +135 for Calvin. Love it.
Yes, sir.
And then for the parlay, Falcons -2.5 at -140, Chargers +2 at -140, and then Bills -5 at -140. Comes out to +403 for today's parlay.
Let's go back to back.
We're better at football. We're just better at football.
This is a good day.
Football
I feel
pod.
already.
Although Kevin and I have been hot on NBA. We might be NBA guys.
Yeah, more you than me.
I've been okay at NBA. My 3 picks. But all right, let's get it, boys.
Get it.
See you boys next week.
Gotta go.